Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Quite a end of the week as Brexit screwed everything up or made things better. Either way, markets are very volatile. Looks like dollar wants to keep climbing, but it is coming into resistance this evening as it has gapped up and ran a little bit. It's up 86 cents so far. We are working from a higher low and a previous high break. So let's see what happens as it tries to get above the SMA 34. One thing to pay attention to is the EMA 8 has crossed the 13. Just about. So we'll see what happens. And the dollar is only up because of, it's relative to everything else, all the other currencies. So there you go. Currency war right there. S&P, pretty bad. Crossover. And you can see right here, your best short would have been the bearish retracement into resistance, the EMA 8, and then down. Once it breaks previous lows, watch on the downside. 2000 is the support, emotional support on this one. It's after hours, and you can see the just drastic drop, breaking all previous lows. Look for any kind of bearish retracement into resistance, and that would be your best short. Right now we are below and closed below the SMA 34 on a weekly chart. So a pretty drastic drop. We're definitely below our higher lows. Definitely below previous low, and we closed below the 34 SMA on a weekly. So it does not bode well for the S&P. For the week, if it wants to bounce, look for shorts anywhere into resistance, which is the EMA 813. So keep an eye on that. And you can see the 5-hour already did its bearish retracement. So look for previous low breaks. If it wants to bounce below and then come back to resistance, that's your best short. So there you go. Someone I was asking about how to short these things using this technique. It's the same thing. Look for the bearish retracements and then buy into support or into resistance. Same here. The U.S. bond, 10-year bond, broke down, bounced into resistance, which is correlated with the EMA 8, and then now it's gapping down. It's definitely broken down on a weekly chart, so it does not look good for the long term here. We're at 149, down 10 cents already. Previous low breaks at 140. So it's right there. It already did a bounce. Watch for previous low breaks on the 10-year bond, which where it goes, nobody knows. It's a free falling. 140 break is free falling for the 10-year bond. Looks pretty nasty. Deutsche Bank, same thing. Does not look good. Previous low break has not recovered. It bounced into it a couple times, but now watch for previous low breaks on Deutsche Bank. as the monthly chart may close into July below previous low, 1477. That will not bode well for the next few months on Deutsche Bank. Down 17% on Friday. Nasty. German bond, 10-year bond. The yield is below zero. Imagine that. How long do you think things are going to last? Japan, now Germany. This is not looking good for anybody out there. You can see the breakdown. And then you can see also the bounce into resistance. So once it broke down from here, it bounced into resistance. That's your best short. And you take it down. I mean, a nice trade for anyone that saw that. But I don't know why you would even trade this. It's at negative. It's weird. Totally weird. I would not touch this. It's really bad, guys. See the breakdown. Then you had a pop back into previous lows, resistance, and then you take your short. Went all the way down to near negative 16. That is horrible. This is not looking good. Looks like a crash is coming. Deutsche Bank is going to follow into this little bad news on the German bond. Deutsche Bank grabs Chase, blah blah blah, keeps going. JP Morgan next, Goldman Sachs, all of them. Doesn't look good, guys. But on the other hand, we got gold breaking out, closing above 1300 on a weekly chart. Let's look at the 5-hour and look at the volatility. Pretty nice. The Brexit vote was coming in. And gold monthly, you can see the breakout now. 1300. The measured move is on a monthly chart, 1050 to the SMA 34. And then you take it up. I think 1475 was where we were at, I think, if I remember correctly. So it's on its way. See if we can get there by the fall, barring any other bullish retracements. Silver, looks like we're coming down right now. Let's see the volatility on this thing. The Brexit vote. Look at 18 coming in right here. You can see the breakout coming. You can see the head fake first, and then the U. See that nice little U. That little U pattern is just a nice little short, sweet consolidation pattern. So watch that breakout as it breaks previous highs right around 1787, 1785, right here, these previous highs. Once it gets above there, you want to use that as your support. And then look out. I mean, I think that it'll break 18, close above 18 on the morning open. That's what I'm thinking. But the dollar looks pretty strong right now, so we'll see what happens. See what happens. Weekly silver close. You can see very clearly the 18 break is coming right up. No problem. That's pretty nice. That's a nice weekly chart. Look at those flat top breaks. Followed it all the way from the bottom. You got a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look at that previous high break. Came all the way up. Bullish retraced all the way back into the previous break. And now we are right at the flat top break of 18 coming. It's going to be pretty sweet. Monthly closes are coming. Let's look at that. See how we're faring. We need to get above that 34. Looks like we're going to do it. Looks like it's going to break. I think we got until Thursday next week to get above 18 on a monthly chart breakout. You can see the 1-2 punch now. Pretty nice. I don't think anyone's going to complain about this breakout. 14 to 17, then to $3 from 18. 21 at least. Previous highs, maybe take it back to 20. Do a nice little U, get above 22. And then we can see blue skies up to, shoot, let's call it 30. I don't care. Previous lows at 26. Anything above 26 is going to be beautiful. And then I think that's when the volatility will really come in. Above 26. Cool. A couple more. Let's look at GDXJ. One thing that's happened over the weekend is investing.com decided that I have to have ads, and I cannot use the site without unblocking the ads. So now I got like 13, 14 different ads running on this thing, slowing my computer up, and I'm not very happy about it because it takes a long time to do these things. Charts have crashed because the stupid ads won't load. I wouldn't mind a few ads, but 13, 14 ads on a page? You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, GDXJ, you can see the break. Take previous high breaks, use those as your support. Shouldn't be a problem to take out 44. GDXJ. And again, you can see the 1-2 punch. See the breakout now on a monthly chart on GDXJ. It's going to hold until next Thursday, above previous highs, and we will confirm a breakout on the monthly chart of GDXJ. So at any cost, stay above previous highs and wait for the next month to close out. See if we can get a confirmation on the breakout. But once it breaks out, we got previous low at 60, got previous low at 72. Should get up to 80 sooner or later. But pretty nice, sweet looking chart right there. You can see the 1-2 punch, and the bullish retracement back down into support didn't hold. That is what we call double bullish, and you can see it's leading the pack so far on a lot of equities. This thing's going to break out, no problem. Let's take a look at JNUG and see my frustration on these charts that do not open very quickly anymore. It's just not working right. Same thing on this one, but you can see that nice pullback on JNUG after the breakout. This is your best buys. When this thing breaks out, and then the big boys get on that bid and suck it all the way up and hold support. See the support all in here, previous highs. So it closed above support or at support. That's your best buy. Expect a gap in the morning as it should take out that previous high no problem. And then it'll work on the rest of that wick. And then we can look at the monthly and confirm a breakout on JNUG. That's pretty nice looking chart. Very low. Look at the previous lows. I mean, at 600. You got a meeting line and previous lows at 600. Expect a little resistance at 400, which is 50% rule on this long red candle. 50% of that red candle. So, all right, let's get off of these investing.com because it's driving me batty. Let's go through the watch list. This is my quote tracker. I got the SMA 34, the EMA 13 and 8. On the I got weekly chart and monthly chart open. You can see the break, previous high break here, consolidation in here, creating this U. You can see the U. Look for previous high breaks as the monthly chart is already crossed over the 34 SMA. It looks like I'm got a target about 2, which are previous lows. So just an example of what's going on out there. You can see that U, that bullish U consolidation pattern right over the EMA 8 on a weekly chart. Always stay above the EMA 8 on a weekly chart. Here's the first majestic. You can see how bullish this thing is. Really hasn't looked back much of any bullish retracements. Back to the 8 only touched once. You can see how bullish it is on the monthly as it crossed that 34. And it should be coming close to its measured move. So be careful on AG as it's coming into resistance. This might be one of those counterclockwise deals where everything else has to come and catch up to it. You can see the monthly chart. It's well above the 34. So look into resistance as it might have to come down and have its own bullish retracement for a while, as it hasn't occurred yet. We had a little delay here, but this month it just took off again. I believe it's at its measured move. We'll see. Anything could happen. I mean, this thing can gap to the ultimate high of 27 and keep running. Who knows what's going to happen? But just be careful out there. There's AGQ. I really like this one from a bottom. You can see the reverse head and shoulders on a weekly. Look for a flat top break as the monthly chart is breaking out. You might see a nice run out of this thing as it is at a bottom. Very nice chart. Once it breaks previous highs, should get over 50 no problem. And the measured move would be 25 to 50, so another 25 bucks to 75. Pretty nice. AGQ. A little rich for my blood, but pretty nice chart. Here's another one, ASM. As you can see, it has been breaking out and it's not been sluggish. And it finally came into resistance. And looks like it's doing a bullish retracement back into support. But again, this thing has been running and it might need to gather its legs before it takes another ride. But definitely been going up for a while. Here's the AU. You can see on a monthly chart it just started to break out. Pretty nice looking chart. You can see on a weekly the previous high break is in. Look for higher prices on this thing. Everything looks beautiful. AUI, same thing. You can see on a monthly chart. Needs to close by next Thursday above that 34 SMA, but my price target is near around 7, 8, even 10 as it can get up, and depending on how much momentum this thing has. So we'll see what happens. So you take the previous high breaks, take a ride. Here's another one for AXU. You can see the bullish 1-2 punch on the monthly. Let's see previous high breaks. Take a ride. Use those lines as your support once you get above. Let's see. Here's a BTG. You can see the previous high break is in effect. You can see the 1-2 punch on the monthly. See what happens. Nice bullish breakout there. Let's keep going. You can see here on the BVN, previous high breaks, breaking previous lows, and this one looks like a nice chart for a good pop. Watch previous high breaks, and it's breaking into previous lows. Could be a nice pop for this one, as it's crossing on the monthly to 34. Very nice. See what happens with that one. Here we got CLF. You can see on a monthly that the previous high break still needs to be taken out, as we got this really awesome pattern. Anything above 5, stay above 5, use that as your support. Right here we have in a smaller time frame, we've got a pennant. So anything outside of that pattern on CLF, you can see it on a weekly. So anything above 5, keep 5 as your support. If it doesn't do what you're told, then you get out. But previous high breaks on this could be pretty nice. I mean, we got previous lows, previous highs, in and around 9 to 10. So could be a pretty nice ride once it decides to break out. Here's GFI, Goldfields, I believe. You see the nice consolidation pattern after the first breakout. Look for previous high breaks. See on a monthly how nice that previous high break will be. Breaking 1, 2, 3, 5 months consolidation. Pretty nice. Right over the 34 on a monthly. Came back. Bullish retraced. Bounced right back. Look for previous high breaks if you're not always in it. Already in it. Here's another one, GG. See, it's well below the 34 on the monthly chart, but looks like it wants to try, as it has started this nice U. Look for a previous high break of 19, stay above 19, watch for the previous flat top break in and around 20. As a monthly chart will take off. So, nice opportunities. Here's GORO. As you can see, a flat top break on this. Looks like we closed above the EMA 8 on a weekly. It dipped below, but it recovered very nicely. Look for previous high breaks. As you can see, the monthly chart wants to keep going. See if it'll complete by the end of the month, close above the 34 SMA on a monthly chart. That'll be pretty awesome for that one. That looks like another one, HMY. I believe it's Harmony. You can see the monthly charts. The breakout, bullish retracement, recovery, flat top breaks. Look for flat top breaks. Stay above 4. Previous high is that double top at 420. Pretty nice. You can see here on KGC what the previous high break will do. And you can see the 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch. See if it can get over. Might be too hard to gain momentum on this one, but we got previous resistance or previous lows in and around 7. So the potential, what I mean is the potential is not as much as some of the others. But you can see the same kind of pattern forming. So if it's really bullish, it'll take that 7 out no problem. But then the next stop would be upwards to the previous highs. Previous lows into previous highs, that range. So KGC, another opportunity, but just be careful as 6 may be not a break, as it will need more consolidation because it's been running well above the 34 already. So just be cognizant of that. Let's see. Here's another one, NGD. As you can see, the flat top break over the 34 might be pretty nice, which are previous highs on a weekly. Stay above the EMA 34 or EMA 8, and let's break previous highs on a monthly. Nugget, let's see if we can see a monthly chart on this thing. Yeah, previous high breaks. Could get you a double. It's right there. Same with JNUG. Here we go with the SA. You can see the 1-2 punch on the monthly. Watch previous high breaks on the weekly. Could be a nice push, another step forward on this one, as it's going to break into previous lows all the way up to potentially in around 20. See what happens with that. It's got to break in above the previous high breaks though. Is SIVR. You can see the flat top break very easily on a weekly, as the monthly has broken out, and so far for the week is confirmed. We have a confirmed weekly breakout on this chart. So we'll see where we'll go with this. It looks like we've got resistance in and around 19 and 50% of this candle. So we'll see how far we get, but that's a nice 1-2 punch over the 34. Looking for a measured move, $4 or so. So pretty nice on SIVR. Same goes with SLV. See the flat top break. SLW, same thing. You can see this one, the bust out over the monthly, and then the consolidation, and then another leg up. It's at previous highs. So watch for the ones that are at resistance, but look for the ones that haven't broken out yet. Haven't taken that first previous high break over the 34. SVBL, I got a breakout coming very close on a breakout. Looks like 14, the previous high, is the ultimate breakout. Looking forward to getting above the SMA 34 to consolidate above. So we'll see what happens there. can see on Tahoe, T-A-H-O, Tahoe Resources, the same thing, previous high break, flat top break. We do have some previous high over here at 15, but you can see the previous high on a weekly is the SMA 34. So let's see if we can get Tahoe over 15 by the end of the month as we consolidate above the 34 SMA for the next month. That way we can move forward. And finally, let's close this thing out with the USLV. Is got another flat top break, another 1-2 punch over the monthly. This one's got a lot of potential from 20 to 30 at least. Hitting the other side of that. See if we can get up there by the end of the month. Close above our previous high breaks and continue for the next month into 30. Lots of these are running differently. Some are below the SMA 34, some are above, some have already made their measured move. So just pay attention to your longer terms. Potentially, I think the ones that are above the flat top breaks that have consolidated over the monthly will have easier moves and easier plays. These are still catching from a bottom, but it still has to move up to its natural point of return. So it could easily get you $10 in a week's time. So there we go. That's it. Thanks for watching. Looks like investor.com. I got to investing.com. I think I got to figure out something else. Maybe I'll do shorter videos. I'm not sure, but definitely 12 ads running with video. There's some video ads. There's some card ads. There's some JavaScript that is running, and it's taking a load out of my internet connection. So don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be a pain. So I'll keep thinking about that. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. But investing.com is free, and it gives us those commodity charts that we're looking for to figure out the overall market action. So other than that, please share, like. Thank you for donating over the weekend. It's pretty awesome of you guys. I really appreciate it. And let me know what's going on out there. See ya.